Look at that. New camera. New microphone. And doing it live. I got a bunch of junk from a buddy of mine. And here I am, a Big D, the Gamecraft Dragon, unboxing lots of stuffies. Just quick throwing some friends, some shouts out to the rest of the world. And then we're gonna, hey, oh, my man. I'm just throwing some chat stuff out to the world, and then we are gonna get to a whole lot of goodness that I got. So, people may remember a few weeks ago, let's bring this up a little bit. There we go. All right. That's a little better. All right. So, a few weeks ago, a buddy of mine lives kind of country folkish away. He bought a bunch of Games Workshop stuff years and years and years ago, and he ended up doing next to nothing with it. Some of the stuff he did, and he got into it because of certain reasons, but then there's a lot of other stuff he got that he just wasn't that interested in staying involved with. So it just kind of languished in his basement for years and years and years. So I was over there because he hosts like a painting. Back before COVID, he used to host these painting circles where like 5-6 people show up at his house, bring some minis. He supplies paints and snacks, and we just sit and chat and babble at each other and sit and paint. It's a really great time, and we can give each other tips and tricks and offer suggestions, and it's a really, really good time. And I was at the first one. This had been going on for years, and I got invited to one, and I showed up, and they were just stunned because a lot of them were using kind of like old techniques. Like they had no idea about zenithal highlighting, and there was like wet blending wasn't the thing for a lot of these guys. And they'd still minis look great, but they were doing a lot of the straight color highlight, edge highlight, wash done type stuff. And there was me and the wife were there just doing stuff. It was a really good time. And I mentioned, because I was there doing a bunch of my space walls, and he was like, wow, you're really into 40K stuff. I'm like, yeah, it's my game. I like the fantasy end of it, I really do, but Warhammer and Games Workshop is my jam. So he's like, I used to really get into it. I got a lot of stuff. I should pull it out someday. Fast forward almost a year, and they had a minor flood in their basement, and they're just trying to get rid of a bunch of stuff. And he realized he's getting up there in years, and he's got a ton of stuff that he's not doing anything with, and he's never going to get to it because it's really not his bag anymore. So some of the really good stuff he's selling, like he's got a still shrink-wrapped, the original plastic Baneblade. He's got some other figures that he did paint up that are absolutely stunning. He's got a Screamer Killer that is just gorgeous, that I told them put that thing on eBay and sell it, because it's built, it's based, it's painted, it's absolutely stunning. The guy who does it is an absolute like pro quality painter. But he's like, yeah, but I got all this other stuff I'm just going to throw out. If I didn't know you were in the 40K, I would have thrown it out and not thought twice about it. I'm like, well, I'll take it. So you may have remembered a couple weeks back, I did a stream where I had an entire box of just metal elves, another box of just metal marines, and then a box of metal chaos, and then a box of like some blister packs, and a couple of that Bjorn I recently painted came from that. And he said, I got to take the other stuff out. When I find it, you can come by and grab it. Now, he already gave me a huge box of stuff. Then I came by today, and he's like, yeah, come get this. I got a couple more boxes for you. A couple more boxes. Let's see what we got in the halls of happiness. So I'm going to start off with the first things that were just kind of crazy to see to begin with. I know it's not complete. I know it's not complete. Because it's missing some of the Marines figures, which I can easily replace. But the terrain is all complete. The rule book is complete. Because he bought this as an adult, the boards are all in absolute perfect condition. The cards, the pieces, these are all in perfect condition. So I've got some Space Orcs. I've got some Eldar that are already punched out and kind of assembled. I do have to replace the Marines to be able to play it. But other than that, it's all complete, including this crazy thing. Oh my God. The original Eldar Walker. So this thing, yeah, this is absolutely nuts. This is basically, I mean, I have to replace miniatures, but I've got so many extra Marines. This is a complete, in pretty great condition copy of, I mean, this is really, really in great condition. I can't even believe I'm so freaking excited about this. I mean, Space Crusade is one of those. It's one of those things you hear about. Let's see here. Is it Necron on the box? No, actually, that's the really weird. That's the really weird. The original version of the. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was the Walker, but that looks kind of Necron-y to me. I don't know. What? Let's take a moment and enjoy this. So let's pop open that rule book and see what that thing is. Because, I mean, wow. Hang on, guys. Start checking to the way here. All right. Let's get this out the way. All right. Yeah, I think this predates them. All right, so let's see here. Let's see what stuff's in here. There's the rules for movement. It's got to be, I mean, these booklets are quick, so it should be. It is a dreadnought. That thing is considered a chaos dreadnought. So yeah, I mean, this is a complete, like I said, I will have to replace some of the figures, which is fine. But I mean, these are in pristine condition. So Space Crusade is a go. I am so excited. All right. So, box number 2. I was talking about Hero Quest, which is what brought up Space Crusade. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I got that too. Do you want it? I haven't played it in forever." Are you kidding me? I was talking about taking my 3D printer when it's working again and reprinting all of the furniture so that I could actually play this again. Hey, Tina. And yeah, it's all in here. Okay, hang on. Let's get this board, which is actually probably the hardest thing to reproduce is the board. And let's look at that. Pristine. Oh my God. Okay, so quick show of hands here. I'm gonna take a moment to catch up with chat for just a quick second here. I've been talking about doing battle reports, and I want to get some battle reports in, but I want to ask you guys a question, see what you guys think, since I've got 7 of you here. I have 3 other players at least. I actually have 4 if I can get Plague Child to get involved. So I could do 4-player games. So because I know with them, one person runs the bad guys, which would obviously be me because I'm the bad guy. But I could get 4 of the people that I have the ability to quarantine with to come play. Instead of running battle reports of 40K games, which I still might do anyhow, would you guys be interested in like me doing, say, a let's play and go through some of these Hero Quest and some of these Space Crusade old quests, just play a couple rounds of this? Would you guys want to see something like that? Because I'm thinking it'd be cool. I was thinking about doing it, which is why I was looking to actually reprint some of this stuff. But I mean, this is all original. It's just crazy. Okay, so I would have to replace a lot of the figures. Actually, I know where some of these figures are. All right. So I guess we'll do that. I think the sprues. Oh my God, the sprues are still in here. I almost don't want to sprue goo those. That's a lie. I want to sprue goo everything. Oh my God, look at this. Who still remembers that these stupid dice, they're in perfect condition? This is going to be awesome. It looks like all the paper portions are in here and all the furniture is in here. I might have to make mock-ups of the door. You know, Kaiser, that is a distinct possibility. I'd pay to see that. So, I mean, yeah, here's the original quest book. Yeah, it's missing most of the figures, but the figures are... I can use any fantasy figures. That's easily replaceable. This is the important part, is the rules and the card stock stuff. So this is awesome. All right, we got it. So we've got... What do I do with it? Right here. We got the board. We got the rules. We got the box. I might have to make some door holders, but other than that, we are good. So yeah, Hero Quest and Space Crusade, and that is just the tip of this gorgeous, gorgeous iceberg. So let's quick say here. All right, so quick saying hi to all my fam here. Let's see here. Pelurka, Heinrich, good to see you. Meet those. Richard Smith, hey, my friend. The wonderful Kaiser. Tina's there. Boffnet, good to see you, sir. Richard Smith, we are. All right. Let's big hi to everyone. By the way, how is the sound? Brand new microphone. Thanks again to my patrons for that. We were able to get that. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. The cards, again, the cards are all, and these are in perfect condition. Treasure and the event and the spells, yeah. These cards are in perfect condition. This is amazing. This is just stunning. And I mean, everything's in here. There's, the pieces that are missing are minor stuff. There's some plastic that's, terrain stuff. Oh no, terrain. I can't do anything about terrain. All right. Now, the next piece I got to show you guys. You guys know that I'm really close with the Commodore, and he's been trying to put together his terrain board. And one of the things he just bought the other day, he and I were talking about this because he was mad that not mad at me, but he was just mad in general because I was able to get that lovely Wall of Martyrs terrain set from the store that he and I both frequent. I got it I saw it, snapped it up, got it already put together. Beautiful. So I was not really happy about that. But he had that same day. Oh, that's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. He had just picked up an Imperial Bastion. Well, when I was at my friend's house, I happened to pick up also an Imperial Bastion while I was there. Except mine's a little different. You older gamers may remember, before they made it out of plastic, they used to make these kits where they had plastic rails and the rest of the set was heavy-duty cardstock. Well, the rest of it's sitting in the rest of the box. But this thing is in, again, pristine condition. So this thing is going to be reassembled and put back to life. But it's just hilarious that he just bought this Bastion. And I just picked up the original one. This is hilarious. Such a neat piece, such an interesting point of history for the company that they used to do the terrain like that. Now I'm going to move these two boxes real quick and bring the rest of this haul up to a point where I can get to it. All right. So, I remember the one at Napoleon's, and that one was pretty beat to hell too. All right, so what are we going to do first? How about this? So here we go. Space Marine Bike Squadron. Oh, that's right. They're not going to be in here. There's some other stuff that's in here. The bikes are in actually another box. First off, I'm just stunned at the condition this box is in. But he actually used this to throw some extra pieces in for me. So there's actually a bunch of extra bits in here. A lot of extra really cool bits. Things I was missing from other things. But here's the funny thing. Again, some of you older guys might remember these inserts that were basically their old catalog back from the days when they were still doing mail catalogs. And there's this really great special offer card right there. The special offer, while stocks last, we'll send you 2 plastic Citadel miniatures, a Black Orc and a Space Marine, 4 Citadel color paints, black, red, green, and white, a Citadel paintbrush, and a Citadel miniatures painting guide, and a Games Workshop catalog, and a special offer price for $10 USD. Oh, this is hilarious. And it's got like the list of all the stores, like all the list of the actual GW stores. And so it's really interesting to see here the original GW store. So I know there's been a little bit of debate among where was the original GW store in the US? Fairfax, Virginia, of all places. So now the other thing is that my buddy here supplied for me a couple of orcs that he had painted, and he wanted me to take along. And these are going to go into my army. These guys are gorgeous, but I wanted you guys to see these. These were probably painted in, I want to say, probably like 92 or 93. Look at this thing. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous figure. Oh no, these are going in my army. These are going in my army. And here's the metal one of another boy. These things are just beautiful. So those guys are going straight into my army just like they are. And then this is just a bunch of like extra screws and extra pieces and pieces that are missing from some other models that are sitting over here next to me. So this actually has something. Like I said, I can't get over the fact that this box is in this good of a condition after all these years. It's funny what happens when you take care of stuff, you know? You got this stuff as a kid, you don't care, you kill this stuff out, throw the box away with that. No. Everything gets kept in the boxes. This is how this guy is. So, let's see. Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah, that's a second edition box. And it's entirely on sprue. It is entirely on sprue. He said there might be a couple figures out of there missing. I don't think so. If there is, I'm not. There might be one, maybe a couple, but this thing is pristine. This is entirely pristine. It's to give you an idea of how pristine. The terrain and the templates are still unpunched. So I'm thinking this terrain will go with my Bastion quite well to do maybe like 1,000-point game. Is this the one with the Dreadnought standee? You betcha. Let me see if I can find that bad boy in here. Everything's in here. This is crazy. Oh my God. Hang on. All right. Terrain. Yeah, here it is. Here's the standee right here. Here's the standee right there. Right on the side there. So it is crazy how 30 years later, this is even better than that. Look at this. This is fun. They've actually got, God, this is in such perfect condition. The original painting guide. Oh my God, this is gorgeous. This is so much. And this thing, and none of this stuff is punched. None of this stuff is punched out. Now that set that I picked up last year, none of the terrain was in there. Okay, yeah, so there's a couple Marines that were taken out. Too much. Hang on. Need that scatter die. Oh, dude, I would be happy to. I'd be happy to digitize them. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm really thinking about it. When you guys see the other stuff, because I got a chance to peek through some of this stuff already, which is why I'm just like giggle because I haven't even shown you the best stuff yet. This is just the really good stuff. There's stuff even better than that. So yeah, let's get that in there. Show, yeah. So absolutely. That might actually be really fun. I know I've got one painting thing I'm doing. I'm taking the original 9 Marines. So here's the thing. There is in GW lore, there was an original 8-man Marine box or blister, I guess, that had 8 Marines in it. And then there's the one classic, the very first pre-Warhammer Rogue Trader Marine. I've got all those. Those were in the metal ones I got before. So I've set that set of 8 and that one original one aside. My plan is to paint those in the paint schemes that were designated when they originally came out of the 9 original Loyalist chapters. And then do the bases, paint them that style, that bright, very, very 80s, early 90s style, and then do the bases in the goblin green with the sand and the dry brush of the yellow, and just do it like that. And just do those guys just like that and use it as a display piece. So that is the plan. But I mean, with this much more, guys, I've been talking about doing this nostalgia army. I actually started cleaning and setting up figures. I think if I do an entire nostalgia army, I might paint the entire army that way and do the bases just like that. Do them the goblin green with the sand on it and the dry brush. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And it would freak somebody out you're playing against. Like, pull up the army. It's like, the hell is that? It's my army. All right. Okay. Box. This. Oh my God. Okay, so this is the bikes that are from the Space Bikes box, and a bunch of metal Marines, an original Wolf Lord, half done. His arm's still in here somewhere. And here's the thing. My buddy that's a painter is an incredible painter. So the stuff he painted, I'm going to be leaving it alone. Like, he started painting Space Wolves, and there's a number of Space Wolves in here. See here. Talking on the stands. Probably. Well, that's the whole thing. These bikes, again, these are the original bikes. So yeah, the guys are in here. But like I said, he's got a bunch of guys that he started painting as Space Wolves, because I've got the Space Wolf box that these guys were in. So I'm gonna finish this squad that he started as Space Wolves up. But Mark II armors. I mean, like I said, there's a bunch more metal ones that he started on that he was starting to paint that I'm going to keep and use for stuff. And there's a bunch of stuff in here I got to strip. But like, look at this. Look at this Space Wolf Heavy Gunner. Look at this. I mean, some of the figures, yeah. Some of these guys have character. I mean, I know some people aren't really crazy about the old figures. I think they're awesome, personally. Now, the big thing is there's 2 figures in here. Yeah, that's the best. That's the way I look at it. Now, there are 2 figures in here that I got to show off because I found them when I was just opening stuff up. Now, the figures are listed as just Rune Priest and Wolf Lord, because they are old metal first castings. But when I hold this bad boy up, anyone who plays Space Wolves knows exactly who this is. So now I have a second old school to go right next to Bjorn the Fell-Handed. I now have Njal Stormcaller. Now, earlier this year, I ended up sending my buddy Meeks. I sent him a bunch of stuff because he doesn't play Wolves. And in return, he sent me a Space Wolf leader that had recently been Primarisized. Now I have both versions. So this is super exciting to me. I've always played my guys as black mains. So now to have both freaking versions of black main and to have the original Njal, I'm to go along with my original Bjorn. I am so freaking excited about this. Just so excited. We're going to get into stuff here that I've only gone through cursorily. Like, this is a bunch of Wolfguard. It's got to be. Because here is a guy with the wolf thing and a frost axe. That's a bike rider. Another bike rider. Oh. Wow, hang on. What is this? Hang on. Some of the stuff is tangled together here. So I'm trying to be kind of careful as I dig it out. Well. Oh, he had 2 copies of Prophecy. Okay, that was what it was. Look at that. An original Thousand Suns Marine. What are they called again? The All Is Dust guys. I don't play Thousand Suns. I'm trying to remember what they're called. But, yeah. Man, there is a bunch of Thousand Sun stuff in here. This is crazy. But it's all in pieces. Like, Wolf Lord backpack. That's got to be his backpack. Yeah, the bike pieces are kind of scattered. I'm trying to be careful. But, additionally, one of the things he said was he had a couple copies of Space Hulk at one point. And so there's a bunch, like I'm counting, oh, that's a metal one. And there's metal. That is a Space Wolfguard Terminator. There's got to be like 30 Terminators in here. And these are the ones with the giant, tall shoulder pads, the original Terminators. I think these got ended up turning into what they're called Caphractes. But look at this thing. This thing is beautiful. And there's a ton of them in here. I mean, there's like, oh. Yeah, this is crazy. This is, oh my gosh. There's a whole bunch of Wolfguard in here. The reason I don't want to just dump it out is I want to show you guys every red thing is a Terminator. And every blue guy this color is a Terminator. Yeah, these are first edition Space Hulk Terminators. That's entirely the boxes. And all these white ones are Terminators. There's many sets in here. The bikes are in here. The Termies are in here. There's metal Terminator stuff in here. There's a crazy amount. I mean, seriously, guys, I can't even tell you. This is all, as you can see, this is just pieces, parts that got started on and then set aside and never finished. There's Wolf card Terminators in here. There's a bunch of regular Terminators that I'm going to probably end up stripping a lot of this stuff and repaint them just to get them going. But my God, a lot of Wolves I'm not going to strip because he is an excellent. I mean, look at this paint job. This is just beautiful, beautiful. Just incredible work here. So this is a hoot. This is a lot of, my goodness. I don't know. One of you guys can tell me what the heck this thing is. I think this is on a Space Crusade. I have no idea what this freaking ugly thing is. It's awesome looking. But there's a couple purple guys in here like that. Wow. There's a whole ton of metal termies in here. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to need a bit of sorting because that's, I mean, that's hefty. That is hefty. All right. And then I was joking around about earlier, but here's the rest of that fort, that Imperial Bastion. Here's the rest of the pieces for the Imperial Bastion. So I can actually assemble this thing. And the whole idea is to assemble this stuff and put it together and put it to use. I might have to I actually might paint this stuff just because I wanted to look good. But man, I mean, you know, people talk about the older stuff looking kind of junky, but look at this. This is 30 years old, and this is some high quality sprue plastic. I mean, there's detail in here. This injection molded plastic from 30 years ago is still quality stuff. I mean, this is some quality stuff. This is fun stuff. I'm digging this. This is a hoot. Good stuff. All right. Shall we dig further? I think we shall. I'm going to put these into the Bastion box. Now, I will tell you right now, I'm already expecting when the Lady Dragon gets home to hit me for this because she's got to work this whole weekend. She's working some long hours all weekend. So I'm going to have a nice dinner ready for her when she gets home. But I wasn't waiting. I was not waiting. And she knew that. All right, hang on. Okay. Well, you know what? I got to get this thing out the way. So let's get it out of the way. For everybody that knows the difference between the old Necromunda and the new Necromunda, the original, and I want to be clear, those of you that remember the old Necromunda, there was a sequel called Outlander. Outlander is in this box. The box was ruined by the flood. But the contents were not. This is complete. All the terrain, most of the figures, most of the templates, both the books. figures. Yeah, let's the other Necromunda book. Again, I can't explain to you. I can just show you. These are in perfect, pristine. I can't even fathom, you know, the fact that these are still on the sprue and in perfect condition. All the terrain pieces are in here. All the building blocks are in here. It's missing some figures. He made it a point to let me know that there were some figures missing. He made it a point to tell me there were some figures missing, but Zane, you missed it earlier. There's a friend of mine. Oh my God. You know what? I'm going to have to digitize this because this is great. This is basically 40K in the what 40K is all about, what Games Workshop is all about. If you guys could see just some of these pictures, some of those classic pictures on the back. Yeah, I'll digitize this too. I got to get this scanned up and get it in there. Now, like I said, I have a friend of mine who had all this stuff in his basement. They're having a flooding in their basement, and he's got all this stuff that he knows he's never going to get to it. So he just wanted me to take it and go. I mean, it's absolutely complete. There's rule books. I might have to replace some figures. Oh no, I might actually have to get the new figures to replace some of them because there's figures missing. Except he's also got a couple of boxes of Warlocks and Vensar. So there's, yeah. Apparently he and his group are really in the Necromunda, which is why they got the Bastion, because you can use it in Necromunda. It's interchangeable with their terrain back in the day. Along with a bunch of blisters of Necromunda. So I already know, because I've already talked to some people about this. I already talked to a number of people about this. This is actually something you guys will be seeing some battle reports on, because we're going to hook up the old Necromunda rules and play some games with the old Necromunda. I'm going to show these off in a bit. These are some pro-painted figures by him that I'm going to be specially gifting to a friend of mine. We'll talk about that in a minute. Well, let's talk about the other stuff that's in here. You were asking about Necrons. How's that for you? That guy. I might actually have to hit up a I may have to hit up one of you. Maybe you could tell me, Heinrich. I got the head with the staff over here. But is this just an Overlord? Is this just like an original Overlord? A couple more sisters, and a couple specifically for the original Necromunda. Actually, not even a couple. Those are all Battles of Sisters. And an Arbites, the original Arbites. What a crazy looking figure. So, yeah, I mean, this is some great looking stuff here. Now, my friend was really into the Imperial Guard. So, before there was the Krieg, there was another unit that was very similar to them. Thank you, sir. The Steel Legion of Armageddon. It's a 10-man unit. They are complete. A couple of pieces fallen off over time, just need to be glued back on. But it's got a missile launcher guy. And I mean, these are just some gorgeously painted figures. Look at that. Look at that guy. Yeah, bunch of Armageddon boys. So they're just beautifully painted. I'm going to be... Oh, and then the alternate weapon guy has what looks like the grenade launcher. Plus, there's like I said, there's a missile team here. So this is a really great looking kit of guys. And it's a full squad of 10. I got to glue a couple pieces together. But some of you may know that one of the friends of the show, my very close friend, the Commodore, is a massive fan of the Krieg and the Boys of Armageddon. So this painted set of guys, I'm going to bring the camera around real quick. And the two pieces that fell off are a missile launcher and this arm. But they're all there. But I'm going to be giving these, since a lot of these things that I've been granted and gifted, I'm going to be giving them away to, some of it I'm going to be giving away to friends and gamers I know in the area that'll put them to better use than I would. So those are going to be going to my guy, the Commodore. So let's get these guys picked up. All right. This is a crazy haul. This is great. This is big. The box is deeper. Let me take this and set this aside now. Like I said, he was very generous, and yet there's a lot more stuff he has that he is actually selling. This is the stuff he didn't think he would be able to sell very well. For my brothers, the Orcs. The original Space Orcs plastic box. And it's all on sprue. Oh, that's some of it's not. But it's in the bottom of the box, it looks like. Look at this craziness. Orcs, 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 orcs. Yeah, yeah. Kaiser, I really want you to stand by. There's a couple people I actually was hoping were going to be on here too, because I got to show you the real gold. Yes, there's still more. This is crazy. This guy is all getting put together. These guys are all getting put together, and these are being put into my orgs. Look at this here, though. Look at this wonderful guide here. They've got the original clans and some things about each of the clans. They've got some paint guides on the side, and then inside. Now, they don't do this in these boxes anymore. Look at this. They've got their epic scale here. They've got paint sets here. They've got just other 40K stuff here. And then on this side, they've got, vehicles when they were still ramping up. I mean, this is an old box set. This is so great to see. This I'm excited for. But this is unbelievable. I'm going to let this soak in for a second, what I am holding in my hands. He made it a point to tell me, oh, it's not complete. Of the 36 that came in this box, there's probably only like 15 or 20 of them still in here. So that's 2 sprues of arms. Let's actually see. I actually hadn't opened this up because I wanted to be shocked. I wanted to be surprised. Another sprue of arms. A lot of sprues of arms. Arms. Guns. Arms. Guns and guns. And in the bottom, oh my goodness, here they are. Gentlemen, we have squats. There's a lot more. There's a lot more than he said. All right, hang on. Look at this. I'm going to get this card off the way. Look at that. No transfers. No transfers. This is a subscription card to White Dwarf magazine. Oh, now here is a different time. I want you guys to see this. This is hilarious. Tells you this. Here's a subscription card to White Dwarf. $27 for a year. $27 for a year to White Dwarf. But you see those boxes at the bottom? Okay, this is a postcard. That box on the bottom is where you're supposed to put your credit card number along with the expiration date and the signature right on the card that you're going to stick in a mailbox and send in to get your subscription. That was a very different time back then. Yeah, this is a shitload of squats. And again, this is great. They had these boxes and they used that full color thing to put all these lovely advertisements all around for all their stuff. Yeah, this is crazy. Squats. Let me grab that. So I remember somebody earlier on was talking about there's a couple people that are regulars here that like to talk about squats. They want squats. Well, I have got some squats, and if you guys think I'm not going to do some sort of if you're nice, I might paint one up and send it to you, because I don't know what the heck I'm going to do to play with them. But I'm going to do so. Oh, I'm looking so much forward to painting these guys up and playing with these guys. Imperial Guard, I guess? Imperial Guard with lasers? This is ridiculous. All right. Let's get some of this stuff out the way, because we're not done. All right. Put this in there. We put this in there. We put this in there. Put these guys in there. All right. Be right back, guys. Yeah, that credit card security, that's a thing. Be right back, guys. I think we put it in the next room because of how freaking heavy the other box is. Ugh. Brown cardboard box. All right, hang on. Oh, there it is. I put it down there. All right. All right. So yes, I have some really awesome friends. No, not Adeptus Titanium. There is, unfortunately, nothing like that. This last one apparently was an attempt. Because reasons, from what I understand. And I'm not straining as a joke. I am honestly straining because this is $11 by 5 by 6. Not NIDS. This is why I tried to call all the orcs to the yard. This is nothing but orcs. Now, some of those Hero Quest figures I knew were in here. But this is unfreaking believable on some of the range I've got in here. I've only been able to look at them a little bit. The thing is, they're a combination of both fantasy and full-on 40K orcs. But they are all, I don't think they're even all Games Workshop, but they're mostly Games Workshop. But I mean, yeah. And most of these are primed, and some of these have been started. Apparently, the thought was they were building an orc army, and they both tried it in both fantasy and in 40K. I'm pulling out the Hero Quest figures because I actually I want to put them in the Hero Quest set. There are a couple pieces in here, though, that I definitely need, that I've been trying to slowly pull together to show off. There's a couple iconic pieces in here. One of the original Pain Boys. I believe this is the fantasy Weird Boy. Oh, there it is. There it is. So, pulling out some of these pieces to get to it. The War Chanter with his megaphone. Recently, I say that recently, in the last few months, a friend of the show, look at this, that's a dwarf. A friend of the show who is also a 40K player, reached out to a number of people. The hell is this? Now, that's the great thing about these. He reached out to a number of people, and he was... I'll put my glasses down. There. When he was making out his will, I don't even think this one's GW. It's just a crazy looking orc with an axe. But yeah, I mean, it's just some of this stuff. I'm slowly pulling out all these pieces of plastic that are in the bottom here because I can't get to it right now. It's going to take me too long to dig it all out. There is clearly an orc vehicle in pieces in the bottom here. And you orc players might remember this vehicle. Here it is. Yeah, I'm not getting to it though. Oh, now here's interesting. Orc and Space Marine shoulders and armor. It's hilarious. Yeah, so there's a bunch of these boars for the boar riders. Just, I'm gonna have to sit down and I actually might have to sit down and sort through these guys. Yeah, this is just a fountain of lead. I mean, I'm going to have to sort through because, I mean, there's just pieces here because they're all primed to be assembled later. But I'm finding like pieces of track. And is that what I think it is? Yeah. The track bike, you know. So definitely the rest of the track bike's got to be in here. The boars all have their dudes. Lots of Space Orcs, just ton. I mean, I can't really express close enough, guys. This is just. I recognize this one. This is not a GW one. That was actually one of the ones he was asking back for. Oh, check this out. Cyber Boar with wheels. It's a boar with wheels. That's one of these as well. Oh, God. Well, there's a bunch of these orcs here. This is, yeah, I mean, it's just the amount that's in here. I mean, I'm having a hard time holding this up, dude. This is, with one hand, this is just, I'm going to have to 3D print some parts or go into my bits box for some of these. But, I mean, this is an orc fantasy army as well. I plan on using it as like a war boss's bike. That's actually the plan for that one. Because the group I play with plays Legends. They don't care. Back seat with a beaky helmet on a spike on the end. Oh, and yeah, here we go. Goffs, armless Goffs. So I know there's got to be either some plastic in here, or I'm going to need to pull some arms. Yeah, these are Savage Boys right here. Savage Boys with bows. When the orcs were actually smaller than humans. Storm Boy. Storm Boy. Dressed up like a Nazi. Yeah, Cyberboar. Storm Boys dressed as Nazis. This is this is peak captain. When they had captains, that'd be a war boss, right? Well, that's a war boss. Storm Boy. Crazy. These are just boys. It's marked as a Storm Boy. Runt Herder. So that's the thing. There's the one thing I love about some of these metal ones. They did have the names underneath. Oh, here we go. Guy's got a drum, so it's one of those war chanters. There's a bunch of candidates for war bosses in here. There's just, I mean, just trying to get through this sheer mountain. And it is, oh, here we go. More, this sheer mountain of metal. And some of these, I'm definitely going to have to look up. And luckily, I've got a nice source. Some sort of lava. I've got a lovely source for looking up old figures. I'm trying to get to this because in the bottom as I can see it. All right. So here's a rear wheel of that vehicle. I can feel it's made of plastic, so I don't want to yank on it. There's just so many dudes. Ugh. Oh, look at that. Evil Sun Standard Bearer. The source is a good friend of mine that had no use for these models anymore. Yeah, I can do that. Let me grab a boy. Let's see some scaling. That's actually a really good idea. Thank you, gentlemen. He lost me. Here we go. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. So here is one of my boys. And let's just grab the Storm Boy, even up on base. I'll be honest with you. Although I think this is the equivalent of a knob. They are about the same size. Yeah, they're pretty. They're pretty close in size, I gotta say. Okay, no, it's actually a boy. So this is just a regular boy here. Regular boy. So putting him up to even. Oh yeah. Oh lordy. Okay, so yeah, top of his head is shoulder high to the current boys. So yeah, that's yeah, they're a bit smaller. They are a bit smaller. Oh, God. I mean, this is just at this point I'm just trying to yeah, another one of the pain boys. I think they used to come in squads. Pain boy. Cyborg. 1990. This is Cyborg from. Weird boy. A couple weird boys here. This guy is a hoot. Thing is, I'm noticing a lot of these guys are missing arms, so I'm hoping I'm either going to find a box with more arms, or I'm going to have to, oh no, print some. Oh, that's interesting. It's an orc with a rocket launcher, but you'll notice the base is weird. This isn't GW. This is actually one of the figures that were made by FASA for Shadowrun. I remember the figure because I have that box somewhere in my stuff. So I keep finding more pieces. I think there's a couple of piecemeal vehicles in here. Okay, that he wants for his orcs. I mean, some of these guys are just ridiculous looking. These guns are half the size of their body, which I love. I love that about the old orc aesthetic. And some of these orc just melee guys, I mean, oh my goodness. Okay. So there used to be an extra kind of super psyker back in the day that the orcs used to have called Mad Boys. This guy is armless, but if you could see that face, he's kind of like half drooling and tongue sticking out of his mouth, kind of like, ugh. And it says right on the bottom that this is a Mad Boy. I'm desperately trying to get to this thing here. Wheel. That was one of the ones he wanted by. Orc boy with plasma.
Hello, everyone.
Play child is here. Witch Doctor. I mean, the old orc line had such just stuff going on for it. I don't think that's a GW orc either. It doesn't look right. Oh my god. So many goths, though. I mean, I'm taking these out in handfuls at this point, just trying to get in here. Seeing if I see anything crazy. Another captain and a bunch of orc. No, they got a girlfriend. And that keeps them busy. Oh. I don't know if I'll take it off the base to see, but it's either a mech or a burner boy. Back when they had weird names, different names. More of this. I mean, more wheels. I'm trying to get to this, guys. I swear there's something really cool in the bottom of this box, but I gotta unbury it with pounds and. Oh my goodness. Okay, I got another one of those cyberboards, which is great. But this kind of freaks me out. I want you guys to see this weird looking thing. It's a squig. It doesn't look anything like a squig. It's a squig. some sort of fuel tank assembly. I got to put all these machine parts together to figure out what this is. Another cyborg. Man, I'm going to use those as bikes. Got to find riders for them, though. Lots of guys with bows. Man. All right. The other big wheel. Okay, so other part of that siege engine piece I've been trying to dig pieces out from. And I think that's one of these. That's one of these. All right. I think we are finally free. So I've pulled out all these other pieces. So I'm pretty sure this goes here. Yeah. I'm fairly certain this goes here. But it is most certainly, I think this is the original battle wagon. This looks like the original battle wagon. There's a couple more pieces in here to it. Other wheel. More siege material. And will need to be re-glued on. But yeah, another Chimera. There's the turret for it here, and there's some other pieces over there. So yet another vehicle. There's one of the doors from the back. I think this is a pump wagon. I think there's actually parts to a pump wagon in here. I'm going to have to dig out all these weird work vehicles. But I mean, guys, you can see this mess on the table in front of me. This isn't even half. This is not half of this box. This box is still absolutely packed with metal parts. Yeah, it's, oh, here we go. You had pointed out earlier, here it is, the actual cyborg. Oh my goodness, this thing, that is a crap ton of metal there too. So yeah, guys, there we go. I mean, there's still plenty more to pull out of here. I have no idea what some of this stuff even is. All right. Well, Kaiser, you gotta go. You gotta go, my friend. I love you. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, dude, this is I don't even know what to think of myself at this point. It's like I admit I have been blessed. I have been blessed with good friends and good stuff and good people hitting out there. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, it's just I mean I could just keep digging in here. But I mean it's gonna be it's just more and more and more. And in the end, I mean, there's, like I said, there's a bunch of these guys that are missing arms. I'm going to need to go raid some bits boxes and find some arms. And that's fine. I'm going to have to dig through here and find where there are more just more bits and pieces and parts. I have no idea what some of this stuff is. I mean, there's just a crazy amount of junk in here. There is no way I'm going to ever be able to paint all of this. So I can tell you right now, there's definitely some of this. Once I get figured out what some of this stuff is, I can definitely say some of this stuff is going to be, I didn't pay anything for it, so I'm not going to charge anybody for it. I'm going to definitely put some of this stuff together and give it to other people. Friends of the show, fellow gamers, people that talk nice to me, Mr. Botha. I mean, to be honest, as blessed as I've been with some of this stuff, I know of at least 2 people making modern orc armies that could certainly use a couple nifty old school figures to go with them. You know, if I had more than those 2 Necrons, honestly, Both, if I had more than those 2 Necrons, I'd send them to you. It's just crazy. This stuff, this goes back to something I have said for a long time. You put goodness out into the world. Be you, be honest, be upfront, be righteous. And in the end, the world will bless you. It may not always be apparent. Black orcs. You know, it may not always be absolutely apparent. And sometimes it takes a while, not going to lie. It's not a perfect situation. But I like to think that it all balances out. If you're good enough to people for long enough, people will return that kindness. If you're righteous with people, that righteousness will come back on you. And again, I don't mean that in any sort of religious sense. I don't mean that. I just mean in general, be good to people and good things will happen back to you. And I truly believe that. Let me tell you about his army. That dude is as in the Necrons as I am into everything else. I happened to run him at the store today because he got one of my new Necron masks. And he's sitting there, the king's built. He's sitting there with a pile of Necrons. He's got a whole bunch of destroyers. I mean, it's just like, wow, this dude's he is all in. I am so excited for him because I want to also point out he is new to the hobby. He is absolutely new to the hobby. He and his significant other got into the hobby, as far as I know, because I was there when they bought the box. They got into the hobby just as 8th edition was ending, because they bought a box and of the 8th edition starter box. And oh my god, hang on. Dude, check out this pirate freebooter. Is this dude awesome looking or what? That is a gigantic pirate hat. This dude is awesome. Man, I got so many options for Weird Boys now. This is so cool. Yeah, no, dude, he just went all in. It was funny because, like I said, they bought this box. Like him and his partner, they have a young one who's into the Nurgle, and the significant others into Nurgle, and they're all in a Nurgle. And I don't know what they did with their Marine side, but he was like Necrons, and he has been all in on the Necrons. And every time I have ever seen him, he has been building Necrons or painting Necrons, and he's really got a great paint scheme. You know? You know, it just dawned on me, Mythos. These aren't Storm Boys like you and I think of Storm Boys with the flight packs. This may be where the Goths got their idea from. I think these are a type of fantasy orcs called Storm Boys. No, he's got grenades on his hip. But these are from 90. I don't even... Dude, I have no... It has GW 90 on there. I have no idea. Man, I am going to have... I'm going to be sorting through these things for a week. Easily. Just trying to figure out what half the scrap is. And I'm excited for it. But I'm telling you, I now have no excuse to not build an orc army for Age of Sigmar. These guys are great. What is this? I can't even... Oh, dude. Check out this mech. I gotta get him an arm. A lot of these guys need arms and guns. So I gotta get these guys arms and guns. Which, you know, one box of boys, and there you go. Get my printer up and going, and there you go. Jeez. Dude, these are just awesome. These are just really great. Oh, man, I just noticed. This guy is called a Bad Moon. So it's obviously like a Bad Moon leader. And he's got his foot resting on a beaky helmet. Like a bastard. GW 90. So these are all Rogue Trader eras. Evil Sons, man. Marauder. Oh, that's got to be a fantasy figure. Yeah. So, yeah, just, you know, in the end, I figure I do right by people. I do good by people. I do my best to do good with people. And I hope in the end that it comes back. And it, you know, then stuff like this happens where somebody remembers that I like 40K, and they're going to clear up their basement. So they give me 40 pounds of lead over 2 boxes. Look at this banner keeper. This is so good. I'm going to have to look at the Age of Sigmar orc rules to see what I can build these guys into, because these are just, oh my goodness. Because these are just beautiful. Just beautiful, beautiful figures. I mean, wow. Yeah, definitely. Definitely have to get into this some. Oh, Defshko. There's a Defshko. Oh man, now that's somebody to be converted into a war boss. There you go. I'll be honest. What I'm thinking, and what I'm trying to look here for, there's a couple of very specific. A couple very specific profiles. Since I'm seeing that there's a lot of like big figures in here, I'm wondering if there's a Gaz in here, like the original Gaz. That would be crazy. Oh, hey! Here we go. This will look familiar to you, Mythos. We were looking at this the other day. This is that orc knob that we were looking at. That was all orange when we looked at one that was painted up orange. This is that same figure. That's crazy. Yeah. All right. Well, I think for now I've found all the super interesting pieces I'm going to find in there. I'll have to go through it some more. Yeah, the noble, the knob. Damn it. I can't believe 30 years goes by before I realize that the knobs are nobles. Jeez. Man, there's all these vehicle bits in here. I'm just dying to figure out what the heck. Oh. That's what that is. That is a shock attack gun. I found the body for that over here somewhere. So that's here it is. No, not this one. But I found the shock attack gun body in here somewhere. So there we go. The original shock attack gun. Look at that. Yeah, this is crazy fun stuff, guys. I got to find these riders for these boars so I can use them. Again, I don't even know what to think of some of this stuff. Some of the stuff is so, Games Workshop was a weird company back in the day. They did some weird stuff. Oh. When they went away from these square bases, banner pole. Wow. Oh, yeah. Stormbolter for that. Oh, here we go. That's another one of them Shadowrun figures. Here we go. Orc. Oh, that's Squig. I know a Squig when I see it. There we go. Now this is at least a little closer. I have not seen. I've been looking for them. I have not seen any Tin Boys yet. I have not seen any Tin Boys. I see though. I mean, we found the Cyborg. Goffs. And then regular boars. I'm hoping I'm going to find the riders for these. Basic boys. Trying to dig down the bottom. Hatch. There's a hatch. I keep finding tracks, so I'm thinking that might be a half track, just because I found a couple of metal wheels and now 2 sets of tracks. So I think I might actually have the old war track in metal in here. I might have a couple. Another wheel. Another strut of some sort. Yeah, no Tin Boys. Pew, pew. Yeah, the Orc Tin Boys. Oh, here's the other half of that. Yeah, what the Tin Boys were they basically built robots that looked like one that looked like a squat, one that looked like a marine, and one that looked like an elf in the most barest of explanations. Yeah, the problem is a huge unsorted mess. It's great, man. More of these tracks. I got to put together these vehicles and see what the whole heck is in here. There might just be some bits in here too. Especially considering the amount of arms I am missing. Goblin net team. It's 2 goblins holding a net. That is ridiculous. There's just some weirdness in here. Oh my god. There's got to be another lobber. There's got to be a lot of just this. These got to come together in a lot of siege materials. Yeah, another one of these boar bike things. No, that was the thing. It was not a tin boy. It was just a plastic orc here, right here. It's just a plastic orc that looks like he's wearing Space Marine armor, but it's definitely an orc head. You know, you say that about it being something. Be nice if somebody made a 3D file. I'm betting there's a couple places I can look that there are printable. Power Claw is just like a alligator claw on the end of his hand. That is hilarious. Yeah, they're really rare. They weren't really great, but and they were only printed for a short. They were only, I should say, printed. They were only made for a short period of time. Yeah, another Mad Boy. Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to end up doing is I might just have to print a bunch of arms or buy a couple boxes of boys and just use arms from some of them as I can. Yeah, and that was the whole thing. They were cool figures. They weren't. I mean, but that's right up there with like Zotes that were originally, you know, part of the. What the hell is this? Mechanic. The Zotes that were originally part of the Tyranids, because they were their ambassadors. Although, if you're coming to eat me, what are you really coming in to negotiate? Yeah, no, I know. I know the arms aren't going to be the same, but yeah, I might have a choice. I mean, we're talking 5 kilos. 5 kilos of metal orcs. More ballista stuff. Jeez. It's just crazy. Oh, man. So what do you guys think? Let me set this back a minute. I mean, like I said, I still got another half box I can unpack. Hey, TLC, maybe you could tell me. I think this is an original battle wagon. You might be able to tell me for sure. I mean, I can look it up afterwards. But if I remember right, this is the original battle wagon, isn't it? That's what I thought. Yeah, it's got all the parts are still on here as far as I can tell. Well, all the parts are here. They're not on here. Obviously, a bunch of them fell off. But oh no, the wheels are right here. Wheels are right here and right here. Yeah, I got the wheels right here. So yeah, this will be a lot of fun. Re-glue this back together. Grab some blue paint and just kind of slapdash some blue over the red to mark it for my Death Skulls army. They make it look like, yeah, we stole it. No, we didn't steal it. We finded it. We finded it. I'll have to see if I can find some pictures of original battle wagons. I can see where all these extra pieces go on, see what's missing, because it looks like there's a bunch of stuff missing from the inside. And there's a little dude. I'm guessing that's the driver in the front there, and stick some guns and stuff on there, because there's obviously got to be some gun. Yeah, there's no turret. There's no turret weapon on here, so I got to figure out what popped off from where. Oh, well, I've got this, and I've got this. So I'm guessing that, there you go. That's the flag mast. Yeah, this sat in a box forever, probably 20 plus years. So yeah, the flag mast to go there. I'm betting this is some, oh, this is probably going to go in the back here somewhere. All right, cool. Yeah, and then I got these two doors here. So this will probably be the first piece I try to restore since it's mostly together. And then figure out what weapons it's supposed to have and get that bad boy put together. Oh, that's going to be, so at least that's going to be the first thing to put together. That's going to be awesome. And I'll check the box and see if there's anything else down there. I love that there's all these, all the figures I was missing from the Hero Quest. At least all the orcs are right in here. I love this cyborg. I gotta find the rider for this dude. This is going to be a war boss on a trike, right there. A war boss on a bike, right there. Let's find a nice big war boss to stick on that thing. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got all these freaking pieces that are all look like they're some sort of vehicle stuff. I mean, there's a ton of vehicle parts here. So I'm going to have to go through and sort through all of them. I probably will have to dig everything out of the bottom of that. Oh, TLC, holy crap, dude, that is a great idea. I know exactly where I can get a red gobble right now. I know where one is for sale right now I can get. Put a red gobble on this guy and use that as a war boss on bike. That is amazing. All right. That is a kit bash I'm all in for. Absolutely. Dude, that is brilliant. Yeah, I mean, this just, and it's, like I said, I'm a big vehicle guy to begin with. And there is just a ton of vehicle bits here, plus these cyberboars. I have to figure out what these all are. And I don't even know. These got to be some kind of carts. This must have been what he said. He meant when I originally talked to him, he talked about saying he had a bunch of. I'm guessing. Oh, here we go. Here's that shock attack gun. Boom. Here's that shock gun I was talking about. So that's awesome. But he had said that there was a bunch of Gorka Morka stuff in here. So I'm assuming this is what he meant when he said there was Gorka Morka stuff in here. Because, I mean, here's vehicle guns right here. These are the side guns. I know that from a bike. And then that's obviously fantasy. But then there's, Boar. That's the shock attack guns. I can get another mech with shock attack. Wow. I have to look up these track bikes. Oh, that's another shock attack gun. So there's 2 shock attack guns. Okay. Regular bore. Yeah, dude, this is so awesome. This is just, I mean, like I said, and I've barely dug through it. And I mean, I've got just a crap ton of orcs. A second edition box. The complete 1995 version of Necromunda plus the Outlanders set to go in there with all the terrain of both. All these Marines, Space Crusade, Hero Quest. I don't even know where to start. There's just there's so much goodness here. I think really the first thing I got to do is I just got to sort these. Yeah, it's just crazy. This is just, it's absolutely, it's, I am so thankful for my buddy. And like I said, he's saying he may have had another box there because he thinks he has another box that's just filled with, to quote him, I got a box filled with like a bunch of Space Marine tanks around your summer. When I find that, you can have that too, man. I don't need it anymore. Okay. I mean, I thought the first box, it was nothing but lead Marines and lead Eldar. I thought that was just great. This has just been incredible ever since. And just keep finding more and finding more and finding more. And as he clears stuff out of his basement, he finds more and he gives me a call and says, hey, I found this. You want that? So there will eventually be a round 3 of this with yet more. You know what I need to do? I need to get with one of these orc historians. Because, I mean, you ask me about GW on a whole, there's a lot I can tell you. You ask me about Marines on a whole, because I've always been a Marines guy. I can tell you the history of Marines figures. I can tell you the background on them. I mean, when he handed me those Marines, that first thing, and I found the original 1987 Imperial Space Marine figure in there, and the group of 8, the original blister pack of 8 Space Marines. I found all 8 of them in there. When I found that was incredible to me. That was an amazing haul. To find, a sealed box with my Bjorn, that was incredible. I mean, I love Bjorn. He's up on the shelf. But now to get this box and to have Ragnar Blackmane, the original version, pre-resin version of him, the original pre-resin of Njal Stormbringer or whatever. Njal, fucking, pardon my language. That's how excited I am. I can't even control myself. Freaking Njal in there. The original Njal pre-resin in there. That's just crazy to me to find this in there. A completely unpunched. To find a second edition 40K box where the terrain and the templates aren't even punched out. I'm telling you guys, I'm honestly, and tell me if I'm stupid or not, but with them being unpunched, I'm actually honestly thinking about taking those templates. And since Lady D works in a framing shop, actually mat board them and put them in a frame. They're in that pristine condition, and that would just be, it's like a piece of history. It's like, look at this stuff. This is some old, crazy old ancient stuff. I don't know. At this point, I don't even know what to think. I mean, I knew this was a lot of stuff, but until you pull it all out and you look at it, and you're sitting here looking at this, I don't even. Again, there's some of the stuff where I'm like, what in the hell is this? The amount of these lobbers. I know what these little lobbers are. I have to find all their parts in here, but they look like they're pretty complete. Keep finding wheels, so I know that they're mostly complete, although there's only one of these big wheels. I got to find out what that's for. Yeah, this is just, again, like I said, blessings, man. You put good energy out in the world. You do your best to put good energy out there, and you pray to get good energy back. And that looks like that is what has happened with me. Okay. I think here we go. Mac with the shock attack gun. I just found his parts. So again, I got to find that arm to go on there. But there we go. I mean, yeah, this is just. Do you right by the world, and the world tries to take care of you. But that also means keep doing right. What in the hell is... Oh, my God. Okay. The original metal oiler runt. He's got an oil can and a wrench on his back, and he's just like, oh, my God, this guy is hilarious. This is hilarious. Just keep digging through and finding random wheels. Random parts. All right, my guys. Well, I'm going to appreciate y'all stuck by me as long as you have tonight. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Finish sorting some of this stuff. I will still remain in my Discord. So let me quick go there. And if you're not already in there, if you're not already in there, go ahead and feel free to pop a link. You can at least pop in, talk with us, hang on with us while we talk about some of this crazy stuff. Yeah, that is the Necron Lord. I've got the whole thing. The staff's broke, but that's fixable. Yeah, I've got, that's the guy. Are you kidding me? Somebody's linking me a bunch of these. Some of these figures that I'm finding in here. Wow. That's some crazy stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to sell it or not. I don't know. I mean, you guys know me. I'd rather keep a piece of that history, but this is some fun stuff. All right, guys. So we're going to wrap it up for the night. Once again, remember, epic your board and epic your game. Remember your history. Remember your stuff at. Yeah, historically, this is some great stuff, and I want to share this. So I can tell you right now, I'm just being straight up here. For some of these, I might not find the arms. I might just bundle like a group of 10 of them up and send them down to my brother in Texas, that he can have his brother print some arms and throw them on there, and have some old metal orcs to go with his Goths. So. Mythos, do me a favor, my brother, and in Discord, just to make sure I have it, IM me your mailing address. I want to send you some of these guys. And you and your brother have always been so awesome to me. The least I could do is send you and him a little love, because there's no way I'm going to be able to go through all of these. And I don't want to sell stuff. I mean, honestly, part of me really doesn't want to sell stuff. I want to put them in the hands. I want to put them in the hands of people that are going to use them. I want to put them in the hands of people that are going to play them and enjoy them and love them the way I do. So, paint your figures, love your figures, enjoy this hobby, enjoy the love that it brings you, and put that love, keep putting it back out there. My brothers, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see you real soon. We'll see you Tuesday for our live stream. Just a Rick reminder, as I know we've talked about it a bit, we are kind of doing between now through the end of November, we're just kind of challenging everybody to pick a GW figure and paint it like a member of the Justice League, so we can just kind of all put it together and see what y'all got. So remember that. Any GW figure, do it. Go for it. Knock that out. Make that beautiful. Make that fun time. We'll get to some other stuff real soon, too. In the meantime, I'm Big D, the Gamecraft Dragon. My lovely lady is not here, but as you know, she is my co-host. She is the love of my life, and she is the other half of this show. We are the Gamecraft Dragons together. I am incomplete without her, and tonight, her bench is going to be covered with my shit. Thank you to all my patrons. Thank you to all my friends. You can find me on Instagram at the Gamecraft Dragon, Lady Dragon 28, Lady Dragon _28 is also out there. Look me up on Facebook. I am Adrian Drake. I'm happy to talk to people about stuff out there as well. Put my link to my Discord. Come on in, chat with us. Have a great time. Have a great evening. Be awesome with each other. Put the love out there so that love comes back. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.